Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back at it once again here at the 11:30 hour on January 16, 2021, the whole new year with a new Miami Dolphins team that is looking to shape up and take place this offseason. We don't know what to expect, but there is a lot that I do have expectations for with the Miami Dolphins in 2021. In this video, we're going to talk about the 2021 expectations. Now I want to go ahead and say this up front. Although I'll be giving you all expectations right now for the 2021 Miami Dolphins. Understand that these expectations will probably alter and or change depending on what we do in this offseason. But I wanted to talk about a few things, okay? First of all, I see this homie engraving in the comment section. What's up, man? Hey, y'all got some work to do. Whoa, I'm hitting my mic. Y'all got some work to do. Let's say, hey, congratulations on the Titans, man. I didn't see that coming. That was impressive, man. Let's see what y'all can do against Buffalo this week. I'm actually rooting for y'all because I hate Buffalo more than y'all, even though I do not like the Ravens. But anyway, I got to. We're going to talk about the 2021 expectations. We're going to talk about the Desean Watson hype, and we're going to talk about the number 3 overall pick as well. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Somebody say I just got a notification. One moment, guys. Oh, I have to check it when I'm done. So listen, guys. I wanted to talk about those 3 things in this stream. But I got to getting in my feelings last night and this morning. And this is a real conversation, guys. I got in my feelings a little bit because I realized that if you're not playing in a divisional round, you're irrelevant. Okay? Here's my honest assessment. Everybody who's playing in the divisional round, they were the top quartile of the NFL this year. Think about it. How many teams are playing in the divisional round? 8, 16, 24, 32. What you see right now are the best teams in the NFL for the 2020 NFL season. And the Miami Dolphins aren't there. So here we are looking at the cream of the crop of the NFL. Here are your top 8 teams, ladies and gentlemen. No way around it. I don't care who's not in or what happened to them this year. The teams that are in the game in these 4 games this weekend are your top teams in the NFL for 2020. And my expectation for the Miami Dolphins in 2021 is to be in this game this weekend next year. Listen, I don't expect more, but I don't expect less. After what we did this year, if we're going to make improvements on it and be a better team, we have to be in the divisional round next year. Not make the playoffs and lose in the wild card round. No, I don't care. I don't want to hear any of that. One way or another, either your record's good enough to have a bye and be in the divisional round and lose, I can care less, or you win your wild card round and you're in the divisional round. There is no excuse why the Miami Dolphins shouldn't be a top 8 team next season. No excuse. We will be ending the year ranked somewhere around what is it going to be, y'all? 14th or something like that? 7, 14. Yeah, we're going to be ranked the 14th or something team in the league. We have to be top 8. And how do you become top 8? You got to make it to the divisional round. And I want to make it clear right here, right now, today, next year, the expectation for the Miami Dolphins is to make it to the divisional round. Now, y'all know me later in the season. Hey, we got to win this Super Bowl. We win the Super Bowl. That ain't going to never change with me, ladies and gentlemen. Every year we going to win the Super Bowl. We were winning the Super Bowl when we had Pat White, as far as I care. But what I'm saying is we got to be a top 8 team. I don't care if we lose in the divisional round. Progress puts us in the divisional round next year. Because I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, look at the Ravens, look at Buffalo, look at Green Bay, look at the Rams, look at the Bucks. Man, look at all these teams, man. Look at the Browns for whatever sake. We got to be in there next year. So again, my expectation of 2021 divisional round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go for it. Because let me tell you what that does for your fan base. Everybody who's playing today, win, lose, or draw, whatever, it ain't no draw, but win or lose, they're proud to be there. They're happy to be there. They already have a sense of accomplishment this season. When you make it to the divisional round, it gets grimy, but you already have a sense of accomplishment. I mean, think about it. If Buffalo loses, they still feel a sense of accomplishment. We got a playoff win finally. If the Ravens were to lose, they still got a sense of accomplishment. Now, there are some teams that won't have a sense of accomplishment, like the Bucks. They expect to do, at least championship round or whatever. Chiefs, same thing. But we got to have a sense of accomplishment for the fan base. Imagine playing the second round of the playoffs and you already played the first round. It's a great feeling. Something that we are like, think about it, Miami Dolphin fans. When's the last time we felt the feeling of a divisional round? When's the last time we felt it? That's my point, man. It's a drought that is hurtful. Engraven right now, he's feeling a sense of satisfaction that we don't have the luxury of feeling deep down inside. Even if he has higher expectations, there's still a sense of satisfaction. There's still something deep down in his soul that feels accomplishment this year of getting over the hump of the first round at least. We don't have none of that feeling. I want to feel it. Dan Mitchell, I mean, he's feeling the same way. Sense of accomplishment, sense of, yeah, but we got over the hump. Got over that hump. Engraven said that's true. Not done though, but that is true. We got to feel that, man. That's what I want to feel. FinFan7 said, patient, TD. Yeah, hey, FinFan7, you've been saying some crazy stuff today. You said patient, TD. At what point do you stop being patient, ladies and gentlemen? At what point do you have a right not to be patient anymore? I know. I legitimately want somebody to answer that for me. At what point do you legitimately have a right to no longer be patient? We've been patient for like 300 years, man. Oh my gosh, man. We've been patient before I was born. At least it feel that way. Patience. Patience. Go have me around here doing a stream at 99 years old. Yeah, in the Dolphins, we missed it this year again. But I'm going to be patient. He said, bro, we just started a rebuild a year ago. We started a rebuild a year ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago, 12 years ago, 16, 20. Bro, how many rebuilds we gonna start? All I'm saying is, listen, nobody has a right to tell any Dolphin fan be patient. Deep down, we know what you mean. We started a whole new rebuild. Let's be patient with this. But nobody wants to hear that anymore. No Dolphin fan wants to. That is like, that's a slap. Be patient. Oh, man. No, ain't no patience living our blood anymore, man. At the end of the day, deliver. Turn that energy on the organization. Deliver. We like what you're doing as of late, but I don't care. Deliver. Deliver. Asking me to be patient? No. Deliver. You know how much money they make off the fan base? You know how much money they make off the fan base? Deliver. We deliver. Deliver. Somebody said that's our middle name. Oh, that's my brother. What's up, Damien? Said that's our middle name. I know. Nah, that's what we're going to be on the channel. T Patient D. Oh, man. Listen, man. Ain't nobody want to hear no patience. Hey, I don't care. Listen, you can miss me with the word patience. Deliver. Deliver. All right? It's that simple, man. So my expectations for 2021 at a minimum, it's simple, man. Championship round. We got to make it to this weekend right here. We got to make it to this weekend. This is where the big boys play. Not the little hopefuls and the wannabes. This is where the big boys play. This big boy football this week, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody going home, but they still big boys. 4 teams that's big boy teams going home. But at least they can call themselves big boy teams. We got to be a big boy team or big woman team. However, I don't want to be sexist. However you want to take it. That's real, man. So next year, division round, no more, no less. I can care less about more, care less about less. I mean, I care about more, of course, but y'all get my point. You get my point. TD, we trying to build for the long term. And that started about 25 years ago. We doing a great job in regards to the long term, ain't we? Oh, man. Building for the long term. Wow, yeah, nobody's been building for the long term better than us. I toast to that one. long term. Man. Oh, man. Hey, Ruggs, I'm trying, man, but that's just hilarious to me. It's hilarious, man. Building for the long term. Yeah. We use that one in every situation, man. I said that back in 2008. We build it for the long term, bro. Stop hating. Oh, man. But anywho, let's move on, all right? So let's get on to something else, all right? Thank you, Finsanity, for the comment in the comment section because this is a perfect segue. Finsanity says TD has officially snapped. He sees the defense and wants it. I can't deny that. As partially, I mean, that's you know what? That's in large part true. There's a partial, there's stipulations to it. I'm not all the way in, but listen to me, y'all. Desean Watson. The same source came out and officially said he just wants out. He just wants out. Right now, everybody's going off of what that source says. That source continues to speak for Watson. Watson has not declined anything that's being said. So it's starting to sound like Watson has a mouthpiece for him, a guy who's doing the talking, letting him stay out of the drama, but doing the talking to represent him. But it could still all be speculation at the end of the day. But where there's smoke, there's fire. We know that there is a fire in this situation. Nobody's denying, even the owner and the GM and all of that stuff. They've been making comments that basically confirm there is an issue in Houston. That leads us to definitely believe that a lot of this is accurate about what's going on with Watson. Let me say this, y'all. It's not a great chance that we get Watson. Let me get that straight first. The only way I can see the Miami Dolphins getting Desean Watson, there's 2 things that has to happen. Okay? I don't care anything about all the other people who could get him. It's not true. The only team that can get Desean Watson is the team that he's willing to go to. Now, if he comes out and say, I'm open to the Bears, that's different. I'm open to this team, San Francisco. That's different. But I don't care nothing about all these people that saying, oh, this team has the assets too. That team has the assets too. The only team that has a chance of getting Desean Watson are the ones that he's willing to go to. And the Miami Dolphins have already been reported as one of those teams. And I believe that, though. There's been tons of rumbling for a long time about Watson in Miami. I've always ignored it, but I know that there was validity that he wouldn't mind playing for the Dolphins. Actually, is somewhere that he would actually like to play, if you ask me. So you can throw out all these scenarios all you want where this team might put a better package together or this team could throw a better quarterback with their package. I don't care about your analysis on that. The only thing that matters with that beautiful no trade clause that he has to want to be there. He literally holds the cards to pick where he wants to go. Okay? Let's get that straight, number one. Number two, Watson at some point is going to have to come out publicly, out of his mouth, not the guy who he keeps sending to say, hey, he just wants out now. He's going to have to publicly, out of his mouth, say, I want the Houston Texans to trade me. This is not repairable. I want out now. Here's my list of teams I'll go to. And ladies and gentlemen, he's traded. Now, that list is all that matters. That list is all that matters. In a perfect world, he'd say, only team I'm willing to go to is the Miami Dolphins, and I'll need to get traded. That'd be in the perfect world. Let me tell y'all why. Let me tell you why. When he tells you he wants out, and he tells you where he want to go, all these people saying it'll cost too much. It ain't going to cost as much as you think. Because the Texans have zero leverage. They have zero leverage. The only thing that they can do is say, it is what it is. We're not trading you. We expect you to live out your contract. And if I was Watson, I literally, listen, if you really want out, I'm just saying, I literally may have a press conference and say, listen, they don't want to trade me. I'm going to be a member of this team, but I'm sorry. I want to be fair to the teammates. I'm not gonna be all in. I'm not trying to do mini camp. I'm not trying to do this. I'm just trying to show up to work, play some football. I'm not sold on being bought into giving my all to this team. You take that however you want to take it, but I want my teammates to know this has nothing to do with you. But I am not going to give every ounce of what I have for this team. That don't mean he ain't going to play. That don't mean none of that. But they got to trade him. They got to trade him at that point. They got to trade him at that point. You have to. Because now you have a disgruntled locker room. Now you have a team that's like, trade the man so we can move on with our life, so we can try to actually win. We can't win if he not bought in. We can't win if he not sold. They got to trade him. And they got to trade him for a decent price if that list is short. You got the only man in the Houston's organization's ring of honor validating all of this. He out of there, man. He got to get out of there. He knows it. So this recent report from his guy that speaks on his behalf that says, listen, Watson just wants out now. He wants out. Now, with all that being said, for the right price, could the Miami Dolphins be in play? Let me help y'all understand something. They already paid the man his signing bonus. So wherever he's traded to, that team doesn't have to pay the money that you think on that salary cap anymore. A lot of that money was already paid to guarantee and stuff, ladies and gentlemen. He would not be a cap hit like people think for the new team. So let me be clear. Somebody said not fair to Tua. Oh, I would love to get into that one because that doesn't make sense of what's fair to Tua. That makes no sense at all. What's fair? I can't even believe somebody said that's not fair to Tua. If Desean Watson, let me put it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Let me put it like this. If the Houston Texans right now said, Miami, I'll trade you Desean Watson straight up for Tua. I don't want your number 3 overall pick. I don't want your number 18 overall pick. I don't want none of your picks. Just give me Tua and you get Watson. Put it in the comment section right now. Would you do it? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just a straight up trade. You ain't giving up no assets. Would you do it? Let's get one thing straight, ladies and gentlemen, as everybody pours in their yeses, yeses, and yeses, and more yeses. Let's get one thing straight. Desean Watson is way better than Tua Tagovailoa right now. Leaps and bounds. Not only is he leaps and bounds, if you look at Tom Brady, Watson potentially could have another 15 years in this league, thus be your franchise quarterback. Leaps and bounds better. So all you doing when you say no, you wouldn't make the trade and have to not give up any assets, you're basically outing yourself. Yes, I am a two-and-ear. I am a straight up two-and-ear. That's all you're doing. Bruh, Tua is a rookie. You telling us something we don't know? Just because you're a rookie, who cares? Who cares? Let me ask you a question. Who's the best pass rusher in the league right now? Who is the number 1 pass rusher in the league right now? Put it in the comment section. Put it in the comment section. Who is the number 1 pass rusher in the league right now that has a long future ahead of them of still being amazing? Aaron Darnold. That's who I would say, right? Some people say TJ Watt. Fair. But say Aaron Darnold. Say we drafted Chase Young last year and he gave us the same rookie year he gave this year. Wasn't terrible. Wasn't great, like the best thing ever either. But if they said we'll give you Aaron Darnold for Chase Young right now, what would you do? Put it in the comment section. Stop living in all this delusion. Stop that mess now. It's only because it's Tua, right? But if Aaron Darnold could come to Miami right now, if we had Chase Young on our roster, you bring Aaron Darnold in. So stop all that living in a delusion because his name Tua Tagovailoa. This ain't even an insult to Tua. To say that you would trade Desean Watson for Tua straight up, that ain't no insult to Tua. Man, it's not an insult. It's like, oh my gosh, like common sense ain't common at all. I promise y'all, I ain't trying to insult nobody, but let's just keep it 1,000. Y'all gotta stop this mess, man. Okay, flexing in here, man. What's up, homie? What he said? Dolphin fans acting like they don't want Desean because they don't think he has a chance of getting him. They would be happy as hell if we got him. LOL. Yeah, that's true, Flex. That's true. That is true. They would be ecstatic if we got him. The problem is we ain't really arguing with Dolphin fans, bro. We're arguing with Alabama Crimson Tide fans. We're arguing with Alabama Crimson Tide fans that are posing as Dolphin fans, because I will stick to it. If Tua's traded tomorrow, they will be a fan of whatever that new team is. A lot of them. SW with the donation said Watson sees what's going on in Miami. Come on, TD. You know it. The Texans are not building for success now. Watson versus Allen will we'll put eyes on the TV and butts in the seats. No question. I mean, we all know this, bro. Like, right? Like, this is a given, right? That's why I don't understand what some people are this shouldn't even be a debate. And it's not a debate. I got to remember who I'm talking to that's making these comments. But anywho, man, so this whole Watson thing, it's not likely to happen, y'all. Let's get that straight. But if he comes out and plays that role and gets up out of there and say, I need you to send me to Miami, I'll put it like this. Let Watson come out to the media and say he want to go to Miami, and the Houston Texans come out and they had a good deal on the table and Miami declined it. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. Like, y'all imagine that. Imagine Watson coming out and saying, I want to be traded to Miami. And Houston actually wants to get it done, and they actually have a respectable deal. It comes out. Miami wants Tua, the number 3, and 2 second rounders or something like that, right? And they still let you keep it. Like, let that come out and Miami decline. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Oh, y'all here. Y'all gonna see the real fans wake up. Oh, my gosh. If that was to happen. But the thing is, Miami has to be very hush about anything they do in this regards. You don't think Chris Greer ain't at least ask? What would it take if we wanted Watson? Yeah, he done ask. He has to ask. That's his job to ask. He has to. Jake said 2 first and 2 for Watson. I do. Anything more, I'd rather take Wilson, Fields, or Lance at 3. Whoever they like best. Need competition with Tua. Yeah, I mean, we all agree on the competition. 2 first and 2 for Watson. That's about my range as well. That's about around where my range is for him as well. You know, I don't want to give up too much, but that's going to depend on Watson. K Flexen said if we decline that, it's going to be so much pressure on Tua. Man, listen, man. You know what? No. It's not that it's going to be, bro. It's worse than pressure on Tua. If we decline that, man, people would be, they might even be throwing stuff at Tua out the tunnels and stuff. Like, think about it. You had an opportunity for 20 years. You've been trying to find your replacement for Dan Marino, and you finally have an opportunity to get a guy who is guaranteed. It ain't nothing else that needs to be proven in his game. He's guaranteed a baller and going to be a franchise quarterback for you. Guaranteed. Not a hopeful and he'll improve at this or improve at that. A guaranteed guy to finally be the guy that makes you, okay, we found our guy to where we know, you know, Marino was a great of the past, but we've never found a guy that can even possibly compete with his stature. You finally have an opportunity for that guy, and you got all these assets from that same team. Like, do y'all realize in essence all you be doing is saying we give you Tunsil if you give us Watson? Would y'all have done that last year? Would you have gave them Tunsil for Watson last year? My point exactly. That's basically all you're doing. Give them all them draft picks back. Tunsil for Watson. That's basically what you're doing. You definitely do it, ladies and gentlemen. So Chris Grier should definitely be on the phone with Houston just to inquire of the cost. And then send your spies out, your assets out, and go talk to Watson's camp illegally. That's what Grier should be doing. Every team got their little assets that they send out illegally that should be tampering. And they should be in Watson's camp. We want you in Miami. This is what we need you to do. We need you to raise all kind of issues. We need you to raise all kind of issues. We need you to publicly come out because we willing to give the assets to come get you, but we need you to raise just all tons of crap. And we'll get it done at the right price and be able to still bring you weapons. Still be able to afford to get you what you need. And you got this defense behind you, bro. The expectation of you ain't even going to be half as much we needed. You need it in Houston. Behind this defense, Watson definitely want to be in Miami. Jason Brown with the donation said, man, Watson always wanted Miami. He was taking pictures with Dolphin jerseys on. Let's do it. Well, yeah, everybody know this. And with the guys, remember, I'm going to say it again. This defense, this is a quarterback's dream. You're going to give me 2 or 3 more possessions a game to be a league MVP. This man could win MVP in Miami. Watson and Tunsil straight up for Tua and Howard. Bring Tunsil back? Hey, I ain't gonna lie. That's a nice little deal though, because you bring in Tunsil back, but you already got a left tackle. You want, it's a little shaky. And now Tunsil might actually be starting his injury times and stuff, But that's neither here nor there. But anyway, man. What kind of offseason are we going to have? All I'm saying to y'all is we might see some fireworks. We may see nothing but typical blah, blah, blah. But we might see some fireworks. I could see the Miami Dolphins taking that next step where this offseason people are like, they going for it all. They know now is the time behind that defense. They going for it all. The Miami Dolphins are going for it all. They got enough young players to sustain it too for quite a few years. They going for it all. And let me mix something for y'all. Let me help y'all understand something about salary cap. Everybody always talk about this. We're building something, right? What y'all also got to understand is as we build something, we got to keep on looking at these rookies like, are we going to pay them or not? So then if we can't pay them, we got to bring in somebody else and hope that they turn out to be the guy. And if their replacement don't turn out to be the guy, now we got to pay somebody, but then we got to lose. It's a give and take. The thing is, I'm starting to realize like I said earlier, it is hard to win a Super Bowl in this league. It is hard to win a Super Bowl in this league. When you see that window, you got to go grab it. You got to go grab it for your fans. The Miami Dolphins is a winning franchise, man. We need to add number 3. We need that 3rd trophy. We need that 3rd trophy. And I'm telling y'all, with the way things are going now, people going to want to flock to Miami for better deals. Free agents gonna take that. Why you think Le'Veon? We would have gave Le'Veon more money, but he still said, "Nah, I'm going to the Chiefs." He want to go get that ring. Them the players that's gonna be in Miami for years to come. If we go get it now, and this ain't about well you're being impatient on the rebuild. It's 32 teams in this league. Do you know that every rebuild has to be done like perfectly to the T for it to just blossom into it worked? You can fall off at any point from just one injury. I mean, it could be something as simple as Tua does turn out to be our guy, but when we're ready to win it all, he out for the season. So I realize a patience on building, but when you see an avenue that is surefire and you can go get it, you got to go get it. You got to go get it. We got to make this the premier destination. People are already starting to change their mental about Miami. Man, you bring in Watson, done. I'm going to go out on another limb and be 100%, 1,000 with y'all. You know why I'm really nervous about keep going down this road that we're doing? I think we've already did what we needed to do. Now, if you see an opportunity, you go take it. You know my problem with continuing to be patient, go down this road? I ain't trying to get stuck in 10-6 and in 11-5 purgatory, losing in the first round every year. I got to be 1,000 with y'all. You know, optimistically, I think we win 11 games, but we could very well only win 6-7 games next year and go backwards. And you know what everybody going to say? Well, you know what? Tua played better, but you saw he's growing. He made a few more mistakes because he's throwing more or whatever it may be. And then now we're going to be Tannehill all over again going down this journey. So I agree with the person that said nothing is overnight, but I'm sorry. It ain't been overnight. We've been rebuilding for years. We actually start purging contracts 3 years ago. This rebuild, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, there was an essence of this rebuild that started all the way back with Jay Ajayi and Jarvis Landry. There was an essence of this rebuild that started all the way back with Jarvis Landry and Jay Ajayi. And Pouncey and Sue. Remember, all of them had the great exodus. That was a big part of the rebuild. Then we start bringing in guys, and Gase wanted it all, but we were still rebuilding then. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So when people say, you know, we've never done it like this before, that's true. But what people also aren't realizing is part of the reason that we're so far ahead right now in this quote unquote rebuild that started last year is because it really didn't start last year. That's what people don't realize. This started back with Pouncey, Sue, Jarvis, and Ajayi. The great exodus. And I was saying it ever since I started this channel. These guys are gone. The next ones to go will be these new guys. And Kenny Stills and Kenyon Drakes came in, but, you know, eventually they'll be gone. We're starting to shift out to all new. Kiko Alonso, he'll be gone soon, y'all. Or TD, you tripping. But all of it's happened. And then when I had my final blow, I said, we are literally about to finish it right now. We're going to trade Laramie Tunsil, Kenny Stills, Kiko Alonso, and the rebuild isn't going to be done, but the purge is going to be done. The purge is going to be done. And all in the same summer, all of those guys, Kenny Stills, Kiko, Laramie Tunsil, they were all gone. They were all gone. And then at that very moment, I said, now we have gotten rid of the past. It is time for a new beginning. New beginning. Adam Gase was the guinea pig of partially. I mean, he deserved to get fired. Don't get me wrong. But he was the guy that was trying to maintain the team while it was being purged at the same time. Because we were transitioning to move away from the Tannehill era. And it all has gone exactly according to plan. We got the right coach in. Greer got in the right position, because remember, he was on the other side before. He got in the right position. He brought the right coach in. We purged out players. That's why I told y'all Kenyon Drake was going to be gone. I really didn't dislike Kenyon Drake. I knew what our problems was in the running game. I just always said Ballage deserved more carries from what he did in the previous years. But he wasn't a Flores guy. Out of there. He was the last of the Mohicans. Like, he was the last. Somebody said Watson with what wide receivers? What you think about Watson receivers this year? I'm just curious. And that's another thing that people keep running this fake narrative on. Yeah, but if you get rid of all your assets, how are you going to bring in weapons? It's called free agency. And it's called you still have more draft picks. And it's also called there's more great receivers from other rounds than the first round than there are first rounders. Do people realize like 80% of the good receivers in this league wasn't even drafted in the first round? Does anybody even realize that? But like I said, how did Watson do this year with less around here? Him. I would even go out on a limb, and somebody may debate it, but I mean, I think I got an argument on this. Our receiving core, when they're all there, is better than what he had in Houston this year. And look what he did in Houston. Look what the man did in Houston. And maybe I'm wrong. Y'all may debate me on that, but Preston, Parker, Gesicki alone, to me, collectively, might. I mean, I don't want to argue with people because people got their own different views of this. But our receiving core was like, and I ain't even going to mention guys like Shaheen, who actually is a great ball catcher. I ain't even going to mention guys like out of the backfield, Gaskins, who was excellent catching the ball. It was Ahmed that was dropping most of them, but Gaskins was excellent. Gaskins had so many 100% reception games, and that was with 5 receptions, 7 receptions. I didn't even think about what somebody just put in the comment section. Albert Wilson's coming back. I think y'all have a whole wrong perspective on the receivers. For the record, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many times I got to tell you this. Go do your own research. Do you know that we were one of the lowest drop rate teams in the NFL? Do you know that literally, y'all, percentage-wise, Patrick Mahomes got way more drops? Do you know that Brady is like top 3 in the league where his receivers drop? The Miami Dolphins finished the season. Y'all follow me on this. These are facts. Go look them up. The Miami Dolphins finished the season ranked 15th in drops. And 6 of the teams that's playing this weekend had more drops than the Miami Dolphins. 6 of the teams that's playing this weekend had more drops than the Miami Dolphins, led by the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Led by those 2 teams. Led by them. And let me take it a step further. See, I said we were 15th in drops, and that was with Fitz and Tua. Tua got the lowest drop percentage in the NFL at 14.5%. Go look at it. These are facts. Matter of fact, go look at the video where I showed y'all. We pulled it up. Pro Football Reference, the advanced stats, where they don't count bad throws in a drop. I keep seeing these videos on Facebook. Look at this easy drop. You got a running back coming out of the flat, turning around, waiting on the ball from Tua. Wide open, right? Tell me, why did he have to jump off of his feet high in the air just to catch the ball? That's a bad throw. Albeit you touch it, you catch it. Okay. But bad throws. But some of y'all can just go do a little bit of research instead of getting in your feelings saying that's not true. Go look it up. Everybody points at, in the Buffalo game, there was like 12 drops. But nobody want to talk about 9 of those 12 whatever drops 9 of them happened in the fourth quarter when the game was, we was already down by 30. Why you counting them? Why you care? We down by 30, and we sit here and talk about, look at all these drops. Do y'all forget Tua had one of the highest completion percentages in the NFL? I remember it was one game he went 20 of 26. And 2 of the throws were just not, they were like just bad throws. But overall in the game, he had 2 drops, but people, oh man, they dropping balls. The man went 20 of 26. That was the game that actually showed me people are going to bash other people around Tua just to make Tua look better. The man went 20 of 26 in a game, and people were complaining about the drops, ladies and gentlemen. People were complaining about the drops. He went 20 of 26 in a game. That was the day. It told me, you're going to bash everybody around this kid just to make him look better. Nope. TD ain't letting it happen. Because I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm going to defend all of them. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Everybody, oh man, if it wasn't for the drops, the man was 20 of 26. What are you talking about? Man was like 78% completion. We was praising the completion percentage, but somehow still found a way to criticize drops in that game. 20 of 26. And then when I went down the line of the receivers in that game, I said this receiver was 7 out of 8 targets. This receiver was 6 out of 7 targets. That receiver was 3 out of 4. That receiver was 3 out of 4. Oh, well, the one receiver down here that was 1 out of 3. Oh, that one was 5 for 5. That one was 2 for 2. Like guys catch 5 balls and miss 1. And we want to talk about all the drops, but it doesn't matter, ladies and gentlemen. Go look at the stats. Tua Tagovailoa, 14.5% of his passes were dropped, and that is the lowest in the NFL. Stop with the fake narratives. TD, you play both sides, bro. That's why you here. That's why you here. Anytime you got somebody playing both sides, you can't call bias. I call it how I see it. That's why you here. Everybody don't always want to hear what they want to hear. Sometimes they want to hear the truth. Sometimes they do want to hear the truth. So when I play both sides, it's really just objectivity. Thank you, last name Bird01. He said it's better to be in the middle than pick a side. Exactly. Because the problem with a lot of people, once you pick that side, now you feel like you don't want to be wrong. Now you will ignore facts just to maintain your side. And that's the problem. Now you want to ignore facts just to maintain your side because people got a problem with being wrong. If I'm wrong today, I'll be on here tomorrow talk about I was wrong and I'll move on. But that ain't good enough for some people. They want to see you suffer and you're wrong. But that ain't going to happen over here. I'm telling you, Tua come out next year and he wins league MVP. Told you, TD. You're right. You told me. I'm happy. Yay. No, some of y'all be like, no, don't hop on the bandwagon now. Oh, that's too bad. You can't stop me from doing it. I was wrong. Yay. Yes, I was wrong, y'all. We balling. Exactly. That's how it works. Man, come on. Anthony Coleman said, TD, I get we have decent wide receivers, but Tua needs deep threat wide receivers, break off wide receivers, and we need bigger running backs who can pound it, run north and south. I agree with the running back situation. I like a big one, but as far as the receivers, I disagree because as much as we want to talk about a drop ball, how many balls were overthrown to a deep threat that was wide open? See, as much as we want to talk about the ball that was off of Jakeem Grant's fingers, what about the 3 that he was wide open but were overthrown by 8 feet? You see what I'm saying? So at the same token, we got to look at it both ways. Make those throws and make Jakeem Grant drop all 4 before we start saying we need this or we need that. Because do you really think if 4 of those touch Jakeem Grant hand, he going to drop all 4? If you're being honest, what's your answer? If all 4 of them deep balls that I remember that went to Grant this season were on the money, does he drop all 4? That's my point exactly. We're not going to sit here and make it seem like our guy Tua didn't overthrow any receivers. He didn't underthrow any receivers. Grant's not dropping all 4. I mean, a part of me even want to say he going to catch the next 3, to be honest with you. Frank said, Omar Kelly said in his latest segment, he spoke to top free agents who have Miami in their list of top destinations. They got to be. I'm sure there's free agents. But you bring in a guy like Watson, man, you're going to have this free agent market on lock. People going to be like, hey, I like the deal you offering me, but I'm waiting to see what Miami got to say. That's what they're going to say. TD, Grant can't catch, bro. I disagree. First of all, we all were hopeful about Grant because the few reps that he got his first 2 years in this league, he showed us on that sideline he can make some catches. Don't diminish the man's history in Miami. We always know he's been a return guy, but do not sit here and act like you ain't watched Grant his first 2 years in Miami. Small sample size, but when he got in that game and they threw that ball on that sideline, he went up and he got him. That's why we were always hopeful that he could turn the corner and be our next quote-unquote Tyreek Hill. Y'all want to look at 1 year of, 2 years, you could say, because of the injuries and all of that. You know, we can give Tua that excuse, but we can't say, well, I think Grant needs to get back in form. You know, he's been coming off of these injuries. Let's go back now. Real Dolphin fans who've been riding for a while, let's go look at Grant's first 2 years. Go look at Grant's first 2 years. He didn't get much playing time, but when he didn't he catch some big balls for us? How soon we forget? How soon we forget? He's too short, can't stay healthy. Talk about those things, but don't talk about his game. Don't talk about his game. Grant represents mediocrity. I can't, as a receiver, I can't disagree with that. You know, I mean, I haven't seen enough special, especially the last few years. You know, but at the same token, man, I know where he came from. I know what gave us hope that he could be the next guy. So I know Grant's game, man. Grant is the type of guy that belongs on special teams, but in an emergency situation, he can come in and make a play or two. We've just always wanted him to be of a bigger capacity, and I think that has sailed. I think that, you know, as far as being an actual top receiver, we got to stop that, but know that he could be a good, helpful player, like depth. And that's all he was ever supposed to be, honestly. He's supposed to be a good piece of depth that makes a play. But since guys got hurt and he was the primary guy out there for a good part of the season, now we want to act like he was supposed to be Odell Beckham or something. He's always been listed as special teams. That's why he made the Pro Bowl. Not as a receiver. He made the Pro Bowl as a special teams player. His averages were better than many in the league. And that has been the biggest knock is his injuries. Stop playing both sides, TD. Sorry, bro. I got to talk both sides because both sides have a point. And I see the point. When one side start talking crazy, I jump on them and tell them they crazy. Please understand, I will always be on both sides if they have a point. Because a lot of the stuff that we debate and talk about, we got to wait to see anyway. So I hear different opposing views. It's that simple. It's that simple. I want Watson. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Anybody should want Watson. You know, anybody should want Watson. Anybody should want Watson. So, I mean, there's just a handful of teams that'll say, "Nah, I'm straight with what I got," you know, but we're not one that's in that luxury. I know a lot of people want to be. It's just like the Tim Tebow effect. You know, listen, I was rooting for Tim Tebow. I wasn't even the biggest Tim Tebow fan, but I was rooting for his success because it was unorthodox and it was a good story. I was mad when they forced him out of the league. They booted him out. I'm like, this man won a playoff game and y'all hating on this man. It was all funny to me. But at the same token, I was rooting for his success. Like, when y'all really think about it, Tim Tebow had more success than Tua Tagovailoa in his rookie season. Oh, man. Tim Tebow had more success than Tua Tagovailoa in his rookie season. Tell me I'm lying. The man won a playoff game. Hey, ain't nobody in the league did it better in the fourth quarter. No, not even the fourth quarter. The last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. I can't even give him the whole fourth quarter. Oh, man. And the sad part is some of y'all may be thinking I'm trolling right now. I am trolling. But at the same token, there is a factor of this that's true. Oh, my gosh, man. Oh, man. So I was rooting for Tim Tebow. I was hating on anything that wanted to replace him and everything. I'm like, this guy's a winner, man. He dig you out of the dirt and get it done. I don't know how he does it, but he does it. That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. He was doing it, man. He was getting W's. Like, this team was like 0-6 or something, and he just came in, and every 5 minutes left of a game, it was Tebow time like no other. Like, he would break 40 tackles. Like, he would do it all. It was crazy, man. I promise you, man. Listen, hey, I'm telling y'all, that guy, boy. I digress, man. Charles with the donation said, we went 10-6 by running the ball over 100 in only 2 games this season. I need a running back drafted in the second. Tua will not be a franchise quarterback without running back help. I agree. I agree with that. I think everybody's in unison that we need a running back. But hold on, did you say at 3? Oh, in the second round. Okay, that makes sense. Or even late in the first, you know. But we'll see. But I'm in agreement with that. I think everybody feels the same way and shares those same sentiments, man, as far as the running back position. Nobody's really debating that. I mean, the only debate on that may be where you draft them, you know. But we all know we need a big north to south power, you know, back. We got the scat guys. We got the change of direction, you know, get around the corner guys. We need a guy through the tackles. Adam Wheeler with the donation. What people are understanding is that Watson would elevate our receivers by extending plays and with better ball placement. Facts, bro. Facts. That's another element of it. You know how many pockets Tua ran out of and they weren't even dirty pockets? And Watson coming to Miami as the offensive line still improving, you're right, he extending plays. He's picking up the first with his legs on occasions as well, but he's making throws off of the run when everything else breaks down. He got the defensive line skating out there trying to track him down. He basically, he's your upgraded Josh Allen. Yes, I said it. He's your upgraded Josh Allen. Josh Allen with the specs, with the customizations. So, yeah, man. Tua just looks small, man. He looks small out there. He looked like he out there trying to survive. And I don't really usually get on guys about, their stature, their looks. Guys can still get it done. But, boy, you got design runs for Watson. You got very limited design runs for Tua. You don't want him taking hits like that. Allen hasn't hit his ceiling yet. If Allen ain't hit his ceiling yet, then he could be Watson-like. He can be Watson-like then. He's going to be on that level then if he's still got a little bit more to go. And I think Allen could have a little bit more room to go. It's just going to, come with time and continuity with those receivers as they start to, speak a language in their brains where they know what each other's going to do. And if Watson gets hurt, then we screw. And if Tua gets hurt, oh my God. See, it's stuff like that, FinFan7. You make comments that incite me. So when you say if Watson gets hurt, then we screw. Some could argue if Tua get hurt, we in a better position. You saw what I just did there? Imagine Fitz being on the bench behind Watson. But being on the bench behind Tua, we might be in a better position. Bro, come on, man. You got to be careful what you're saying, man. Think about it. Ooh, they ain't liking me today. They are not liking me today. I'm eating up all these ridiculous comments, man. They are not liking me today, man. That's the same thing I said, TD. Like, come on, man. Oh, man. Fitz went 3-3. Yeah, when the defense was playing like 0-3. Oh, you forgot that? Fitz went 3-3 when the defense was playing like 0-3. Do not sit here and act like we weren't getting shredded on defense when we started 0-3. Am I right? Put it in the comment section, yes or no. Everybody love to throw out Ryan Fitzpatrick's 3-3. But don't forget what Ryan Fitzpatrick did against Buffalo in that first game. He had a heck of a game. Threw over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And we lost 31-28 because our defense got ate up. Everybody love to throw that stat. Well, Fitz was 3-3. Fitz was 3-3. Our defense was playing boo-boo trash in the first 3 games. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Call a spade a spade. Oh, it's just funny. All these narratives out here that people spew to make themselves feel better. I ain't gonna lie, it's all the same stuff I keep seeing. I've been seeing these narratives out here. Oh, well, Tua was 6-3 and Fitz was 3-3. What's funny about that is everybody talk about Fitz being 3-3 and Tua being 6-3. That's 15 games. Why are everybody missing a game? What game are we missing? Was Fitz really 3-3? And was Tua really 6-3? I mean, what game are we missing? That's 15 games. Everybody throw that out. So y'all help me understand what game we ain't counting or who record you need to adjust. Please tell me, whose record do you need to adjust? 4-3. I count Raiders. Thank you. Thank you. Winning record. Matter of fact, had to come back and take one of your games to do it. Jets game also. That game was already won. It was like 24-0. 24 to see once again, that's when the defense was playing well. It was 24-0 and Fitz threw like 3 picks. Y'all remember that? It's 24-0 and your guy throw 3 picks. Defense. Defense. Straight up defense, man. Straight up defense. The defense played worse when Tua played the Bills, to be honest. I disagree. I actually legitimately disagree. The defense came out, started out on fire, if you ask me. First 3 drives, like literally the whole first quarter was like 20-something seconds left. The first quarter was over. But when your quarterback start to turn the ball over every chance he get and can't get a first down, it was inevitable to happen. This defense wasn't going to survive that whole game with the offense not helping. That was inevitable. Somebody said 56 points. Yeah, 30 of them came in the fourth quarter. No, 3.5 quarters. 30 of them came literally 3.5 quarters. Halfway through the third quarter. Y'all got traumatized from that Bills game. Nah, we good. I just think that if we didn't turn the ball over as much, they would have never had 56 points. They wouldn't have had all the opportunities that they had. If we actually moved the ball and got first downs like Fitz would have did, time of possession would have been totally different. They wouldn't even had half of the opportunities they had in that game. Do people understand that? Time of possession and turnovers can flip a game where a team score 50 points. Like a whole different game. Get a few first downs. Like literally, we could have been on one drive and got 4 first downs in a drive, and that would have took 14 points off that the Bills scored in that same time. Like that's how simple it can be. It was one point the Bills scored 21 points in like 3 minutes. Had you got first downs on that drive, they would never have the ball to do that. But then to add insult to injury, you throwing picks. Turning the ball over. Giving them the ball right there in our own territory. Easy work. So the truth is, we don't know how the game would have went with Fitz, to be honest. But at the same token, no, we're not going to compare. We're not going to do that. Y'all don't understand how much the quarterback play actually impacted that game. People, oh, well, the quarterback didn't give up 56 points. He gave up a lot of them. He gave up a lot of points. And I ain't even talking about the pick 6. Fitz is a bottom 10 QB. And what does that say about our starter? That's what's depressing about it. If Fitz is bottom 10, what does that say about our starter? That's what's depressing. TD, you do realize Fitz Tua was playing through an injury those last few games, right? I can care less. With his injury, did he give us a better chance to win than Fitz? So talk to me about that. And that's why it goes back to Greer and Flores. Something ain't adding up, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm not saying that we won't be bamboozled this offseason, but you might look up and they draft the quarterback at 3. You might look up and we go trade for Watson. You might look up and have the shock because they did it to us last year. That's the only way I look at Greer and say, oh, now it all makes sense. That's why you came out and defended him out of character. Because you were selling the pick. You were selling the value. Because they the same thing they did with Rosen, man. They straight lied to us last summer. Straight up lied to us last summer about Rosen. And we just supposed to say that well, they're not doing that about Tua. We heard this before. Now, I actually believe them this time. I mean, I believed them last year, but they lied to me. But I believe them again. I believe them again. Tua's going to be the starter this year, y'all. I believe them. All I keep saying is please get insurance because if it don't work out, let's still have a plan in place. Let's not realize that it's not. Don't put us in a situation like the Jets. Like we can be the Jets all over again, y'all. We can be the Sam Darnold story all over again. They believed in Tua. They going through all of this, and Tua's not panning out like Sam Darnold ain't panning out. Now you got Xavier Howard like, I want out. Trade me. Trade me. Just like Jamal Adams. Trade me. I want out of here. Now you got all these free agents like, oh, they going backwards again. No, ain't nobody want to go to Miami. Do you know how easy it could be for us to reverse this and go right back into turmoil? We could take the same route as the Jets by not having a backup plan. Bro, he is a rookie. Chill. I don't care nothing about Tua being a rookie. He a grown man. He another man, just like Noah Monogamy, just like an undrafted player, just like a drafted player. You either perform or you don't. If it don't look like you performing, we still believe in you because the money says, hey, we're going to have you anyway, but let's make sure we bring in a contingency plan. That's all it is. Y'all making this personal about Tua. This ain't personal. This ain't got nothing to do with Tua. This is about making sure the Miami Dolphins don't go all in, put their eggs in one basket. But when the giant comes stumping, we don't want that basket to get crushed. And we ain't got nothing left? No, we don't. No, we don't. We went all in on this guy. We put everything around him, and he ain't the guy. That is all I'm saying. I am not bashing Tua. I am just telling y'all he didn't show us enough for us to guarantee that he is our franchise quarterback. He did not show us enough to guarantee he the franchise quarterback. So you need a backup plan. Xavier Howard taught us that lesson. He got that fire put up under him. And he balled out as a result. So come on, put that fire up under Tua, bring in another good quarterback that can compete. Best man win the job. Put up or shut up. Put up or shut up. That's all that they need to say in that in the organization. Put up or shut up. All these people catering to a rookie. You know how many rookies done got people fired? Everybody talking all that mess, but then if he don't work out, you ain't got no answer, do you? None whatsoever. It's all good. They better not draft a quarterback within the first 5 rounds. And if they do, then what? The Miami Dolphins select whoever it is. Fields, it doesn't matter. If they do, then what? Oh, they be idiots. Hey, you stuck with it now. Now what? Now what do we do? They got Justin Fields at number 3. Now what do we do? Well, TD, they go to camp and they compete now. They have to compete because he was a higher pick than Tua. Oh, but that bothers some of y'all. That bothers you, huh? Thank you, Tyler. If they do, then the winner will win the job. That's all we asking for. Then you just wasted a pick on Tua. Well, what if you don't draft the quarterback and Tua end up being a bust? Did you waste a pick on him? And where you at? 2 years behind now. So then you wasted a pick on Tua. Well, to be quite honest with you, you still ain't waste the pick. You know, there's always, I mean, you got him under contract. When you like Tua to be your backup, if you find a better guy, hey, we got Tua as a backup. And he's still developing. He has a good upside. You know, he has a good ceiling. I don't see it as a waste at all if somebody come beat him out. If they draft a Justin Fields and he become the starter day one. I don't see that being an issue at all. Now, so we got Justin Fields and Tua Tagovailoa as our backup. Get over it. And but quarterback situation now. I like it. Matter of fact, Tua's the starter and Justin Fields is the backup. I like our quarterback situation now. Either way. Either way. Yeah, but you wasted a pick. Yeah, you don't say that about no monogamy, do you? You don't know what you're going to have, man. You don't know what you have until it's all said and done. They said Herbert was going to be trash. Herbert ain't even into a stratosphere. That's what they said. Herbert ain't even in the conversation. Hey, Sosa, I ain't opposed to that either. Maybe Tua can be Watson's backup just in case they don't want him, and they're going to take a quarterback at 3 when we give him that pick. I ain't opposed to that either. Tua might ball out next year, then he earns the starting spot. I'm curious. Do you want a quarterback who earned the spot or was given it? Do you want a quarterback that earned the spot or was just given the spot? Give Tua the Kyle Kuzma treatment. Good analogy. Very good analogy. Wow. Earn, brother. I know. Tua was given for sure. That was ownership. And it continues to be. And you think Flores going to be out here in front of the media saying, listen, you know, I feel like, you know, he has to compete and win the starting job. But, you know, Greer has his opinion. You think, like, think about it, y'all. Anybody think that Flores wasn't going to come out and reaffirm, or you think Flores would have said anything outside of what Greer said? Matter of fact, most of the time, Flores looked aggravated. It's like, listen, Tua's our starter, okay? Like he says that in a way to me that's like, you ain't pick him, but this is what it is. Y'all need to stop talking about it. It is what it is. I'm even stuck with it. That's how I be feeling every time I hear him. Listen, Tua's our starter. You know, kids doing a lot of great things. You know, he's getting better as a pro. He's practicing better. You know, and he's a young player. You know, and everybody has to grow and get their development. Yeah. Every time I hear that man talk about this situation, it's almost like you can see this wasn't my pick, but he's a starter. Stop asking me about it. Tua is our starter. We have confidence in Tua. We trust in Tua because he has to. I mean, some of y'all act like y'all expect Flores, if he didn't feel that way, to come out and actually say, listen, I have concerns about Tua, but we'll see where it goes, blah, blah, blah. No, he ain't gonna ever do that. He gonna be like, Tua is our guy up until the day they trade him or cut him, or keep him because he is the guy. That's his job to do that, man. What if the Bills gave up Josh Allen after his rookie year, TD? Then they gave him up. That means they didn't believe in him. But you know what the Bills saw year one? They saw the it factor. And another thing where people got to miss me on this whole Bills comparison, Josh Allen and Tua. Name a receiver Josh Allen had his rookie year. Y'all forget that the Buffalo Bills were one of the worst messes in the NFL. You name a receiver that Josh Allen had his rookie year. Nothing close to Gesicki, Devontae Parker, any of them. I might even go out on a limb and say Jakeem Grant might have been better than all their receivers. Out of here, man. This man had nobody. Look at y'all out here naming running backs. That's my point exactly. He had naming running backs. Man, come on. Man ain't had nothing his rookie year. Nothing. Forget all about that. They were having all kind of turmoil. Their best players was getting hurt and on the offense. He had nothing his rookie year to work with. Period, man. But you know what you still saw? You saw some beautiful throws. You saw that it factor. All with terrible trash stats. Rookie Josh Allen was awful. You're missing it. You saw the it factor. Y'all are sitting here lying to yourself if you didn't. You saw that he could be a great quarterback with the right situation. Peterman threw 5 interceptions in one half. And what did Tua have, bro? More than Josh Allen. He had an opportunity to throw some beautiful balls, but didn't. Overthrew, underthrew. That's what he had. All right, man. TD, how about Tua versus Cards? It was a thing of beauty. You want to? Nah, we can't watch film no more because I've already went to verify with myself watching that film. All he did is pick apart the zone all day. Had time to throw the ball. It was a thing of beauty. That's what they got to give him. But every team ain't gonna play you zone. Soon as that Denver came, and they played a lot of man in that hybrid zone and gave them different looks and sent pressure. Did you notice every team after that did the same thing? And it started to look like the same results, like we'd have 3 quarters that can't do nothing, and then finally a little bit of juice in the fourth, whether it was Fitz or Tua. Arizona game, nobody had Tua figured out. They knew nothing about him. And when you go watch the film, pass rush wasn't getting there enough. There was times where I saw him escape out of the pocket and make plays with his legs, and that was a beautiful thing. But go look at that secondary in that game. They were worried about baiting him too much. You're baiting him when all he's doing is throwing dinks and dunks and getting yak after it too. They're waiting on him to throw deep balls. They waiting on him to chuck it so they can pick it off. Go look at the defenses they were running. And what did he do? He was just, hey, I'm going to take what you're giving me. Let's keep moving down the field. And we were like, yeah, another first down, another first down, another first down, another first down. Secretive said, man, your voice is annoying, yet you're here listening to it. Some of y'all baffle me with stuff like that. It's hilarious to me. Your voice is annoying, yet you're still here listening to it. Anyway, but that's all it was, man. Go look at the Cardinals film. And it made the game easy for him. He was able to actually just take the time to make throws. You do understand that 90% of the quarterbacks in the NFL, when given time and given wide open targets underneath, they're going to eat all day, right? You do understand that. And for some reason, I have no clue why they played it that way. Desean, yeah, I spelled it wrong. I keep spelling Desean Watson name wrong. Every time. Appreciate you, though. I'll change the title when the video over. Tua only had 2 seconds in the pocket. Another lie by FGQPMHS that don't understand stats. Time to he's looking at a stat that says Tua had 2 seconds. That stat is when the quarterback snaps the ball and lets the ball out of his hands. If you're throwing your first read all day, you're going to have one of the best in the NFL. Go look at Tom Brady's. His is similar. Go look at Drew Brees. His was similar. One of the quickest in the league. They get rid of the ball. They get rid of the ball really fast. But go look at the pockets. I want y'all to go watch some film today. Go look at the pockets that these O-lines been giving to her. He ain't rushed to throw the ball. He had some beautiful pockets this year. It's simple. Just go look it up, man. Go look it up. It's that simple. We did a matter of fact, go to last week. We did a video on it where they copyrighted it and they shut it down. We did a video on it. I showed you film on that video. Go watch that whole video. Film don't lie. He got rid of the ball in 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds on every play with beautiful pockets. No pressure coming. That's another thing. Go look at Pro Football Reference. Do you know that he was literally one of the least pressured quarterbacks in the NFL? Literally one of the least pressured quarterbacks in the NFL. Because as much pressure as people sent his way, the O-line was picking it up. Pro Football Reference, go look at the end of the year numbers. Go look at the end of the year numbers. One of the least pressure quarterbacks in the NFL, man. But I'm going to end it on that, man. This is TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all go look at some film. Go look at Pro Football Reference, the advanced stats, and that'll tell the full one of the best pressure rates in the NFL where he's not getting pressured. Bad throws, one of the highest in the NFL. All of that. Go look it up. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. We got some playoff action later today, man. I'm going to think about getting on it. But we got the Ravens-Buffalo tonight. You know I'm going to be on that, but I might skip this Packers-Rams game and go do some stuff with the fam. But love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Let's get it. We out. Peace.